It takes the average native English speaker 2,200 hours to learn Chinese. And if you don't know anything about hours, that's a fucking lot of time. It's over 91 days. But the thing is, what if you just study 10 minutes a day with Duolingo? How far can you get? And that's exactly what I am testing. As someone who spent years learning Japanese the correct way, with textbooks, teachers, moving to Japan, language school, I'm about the N2 level. And that took me a long time, over 91 days studying. But while I was studying the N2, I studied Duolingo on the side for 400 consecutive days. It began as a joke, but it became a 400-day experiment. How does learning Chinese on Duolingo compete with learning Japanese the right way? Do I actually know Chinese, or is my Chinese horrendous? Duolingo's course takes you up to HSK 3 level, or upper beginner. So basically, you can have very simple conversations. Instead of talking directly with a native speaker and making a fool out of myself, I will take the HSK 3 exam. Basically, if I pass this exam, Duolingo works. If I fail, Duolingo does not work at all because I should be at HSK 3 level as it says. People ask me this question all the time. You live in Japan, but why do you study Chinese? 日本ではたくさん中国人にいます。私の彼女も中国人です。中国語を勉強したいかな。でも本当に時間がないです。So basically, I started Duolingo because my friend started it. I was like, it's probably bad, but let me just try it out. And then I got a streak, and then I just gonna end the streak. So I'm here to answer the question so you don't have to. Can a gamified app such as Duolingo take it upper beginner level and be better than normal studying, even if you just have 10 minutes a day? But when I started this, I was super busy and life just became a daze. Every day I would go to school, then I would go to my Arabaito, then I would try to search for a job, then I would study for the N2. And I was just so busy, but without fail, every morning I would study Chinese on Duolingo, at least one lesson every morning, maybe on the train, maybe right when I wake up, all because for a small glimmer of hope that one day I'll be able to speak Chinese with my girlfriend. But the thing is, I began to hate Duolingo. I began to hate studying Japanese. It's just like my free time is used to study, no fun, and it's not just for the love of the game anymore. It's just to finish Duolingo, to pass the N2, not to read manga or anything. And I just began to hate studying, but I was committed. And this is actually the first good point about Duolingo. Duolingo may not have many good points, but the first good point is it's gamified. You have a streak, you have friends, so it makes you study every day. Let me get me started with their email marketing. They email me like 5 times every single day to make sure I don't lose my streak, and it's crazy. I lost my streak when I finished this, and they literally froze my streak for like 2 weeks, and they were like, oh, you can get it back if you just practice a little bit. And I'm like, man, they want to keep me on the app that bad. It's crazy, man. So it's good if you don't have motivation to practice. But then again, if you aren't using Duolingo effectively by writing down words, if you're just going through the motions, it's probably not that effective, right? Because you can only study if you're motivated and you study effectively. Like 500 hours of ineffective study versus 10 hours of effective study is probably better with the effective study, if you know what I mean. You know, the second good point of Duolingo is it has spaced repetition. But to be honest, if you just use Anki and a Core 5000 deck, it'll be the same and you get sentence practice and it'll be great. But Duolingo, spaced repetition, really easy. You don't have to set anything up. It's just kind of there. Yeah, but the bad point is, you know, they don't teach you super great. They don't go into grammar explanations, but it's good for spaced repetition. And it's good if you're a busy person just trying to learn the basics, I think. But to be honest, I don't even remember what I was studying on Duolingo. I mean, probably like ordering, directions, maybe some shopping, asking for help, maybe about, can I order this or eat some cake or something like that. Some sentences didn't even make any sense, but they just wanted to throw the grammar points in there so you understand the grammar points. But it's probably better using real world examples so you would know how to use that. The worst thing possible about the Chinese part of the app is the speaking.
每个星期四。
It doesn't register the characters. You can just cheat it all the time. It's not really super great, but it's there and you can do that with what you will, but probably way better talking with a native speaker because it doesn't work. I cheated my way through it because I didn't really care. I just wanted to finish the course. I wanted to finish so bad. Then sometimes I'm going to get the family plan. Randomly, they would give it to me. 3 free days of family plan, ad free, unlimited hearts. And I would just grind those days. It would be like 1 a.m. and I'll be like, no, I can't go to sleep yet. Even though I got work or school at 8 in the morning, I had to leave my house. But I had to grind the family plan so I could finish super quickly, and it paid off because I did finish in entire course. But right before we go into the results to see if I passed or not, I want to let you know that I have a guide in the description below about how I moved to Japan. This is the real nitty-gritty experiences that I had. It's just in the description below if you're thinking about moving here. But back to the results. Here they are. Let's break down my results right now. So an overview of the HSK3 exam. There's 3 sections: listening, reading, and writing. You need 180 to pass, and the total of points is 300. So it's about 60% out of 100. So let's break down my sections here. So with the listening, I was pretty poor. I only got a 62.5 percentage. I got 25 questions correct, which is a little bit more than half. Still passing, and we can see with the reading I did really well with the reading. I have about 20 questions, 19 correct, and 95 percentage. And then the writing, I got about a 60 percentage, which is the worst. Only 10 questions though, and I got 6 of them correct. So you can see the reading is my best score because you got to read a lot in Duolingo because the questions. So the total score is 217.5 out of 300, which I think is fairly good because the passing is 180%, and you get this number because each section is worth about 100 points. So I did pass the HSK3 exam. I don't know if I can pass the 4, but maybe that's for another video, or maybe I got to study some more on my own. So if you take a look at the raw data, you can see Duolingo does work a bit, but obviously not perfect, and HSK3 is still fairly low on the scale. But if you want to see more stuff like this, just subscribe, and that's the end of the video.